Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, as usual, I like to invite everyone in. Listen, if you are coming every day and listen to the podcast and you hadn't subscribed, what is the problem? Come on and be a part of this community. I'm telling you, it is the best. It is the best. And if you don't believe me, go in those comments. And I promise you, you're going to meet the most terrific people. They are the coolest. And when you come out, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go down in your settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in, and give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Woo! I am winning, and that headlock is not going to be loosened anytime soon. I mean, I'm going to keep that thing in a headlock. Also, I just want to give a shout out and a big thank you to all of the readers who decide to support the channel by watching the commercials. Y'all are doing a bang up job and I appreciate it. Also, over in the corner right here, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my channel to grow, to improve, and to continue, and I will be so happy. So over the moon, so thankful to have your support. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, look over in the other corner. That's our super thanks, and all donations to the channel is always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, we have some super thanks. And first up is Mary Daniels. Mary is everything. She has been with me since the beginning. She is such a huge support. She's always in the comments. She's always just dropping her knowledge and just being such a pivotal part of this community. And I am so blessed to have her. So thank you, Mary. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And next up is Patricia Smith. Patricia hadn't been with me for long, but let me tell you, she has made her presence known. She came in and she just made herself at home and just becomes such a pivotal part of this community. And I am so grateful for her. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And Lorna McKenzie. Lorna, thank you. Thank you for seeing something in my channel. Thank you for just being here and just being a part of this community. I am so excited. I don't think I've saw your name before. I don't know how long you have been with us, but I am thrilled that you saw something in my channel and you wanted to support. And that just means everything. So thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. All right, y'all, I'm going to play this and we'll talk on the other side. Y'all, I want to give another quick shout out to Mary Daniels. Mary, thank you. And Patricia Smith, thank you. And Lorna McKenzie, thank you. Thank y'all for just supporting. It means so very much, and I appreciate it so very much. So thanks again. And most of all, thank you for being here. I can't forget that part because that to me is the most important part. You being here, this community. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets, and let me tell you, that is exactly what I have done. I have been on these streets, and let me tell you, it is really, really still kind of hot out here. It is. It's a lot of things going on. Listen, I'm not going to keep you long, but I promise you I'm going to keep you entertained. And so I am going to start with this right here. And look at this. Look who has been at the pumpkin patch. Yes, it is the Sussexes. Oh my goodness. This is so cute. You have to go over to Megan's Instagram page. She posted this and it is the cutest thing ever. Yes, the Sussex family is at the pumpkin patch. They are. And look, Archie has gotten so big. Archie is gotten so big and he is going to be so handsome. I can tell by the back of his head. Am I just so just prejudiced when it comes to these kids? I guess I am, but from the back of his head, he is going to be a knockout, and Lily is going to be gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. And this squatty posted, Harry, Megan, Archie, and Lily were out buying pumpkins. Yes, and look at them. They are getting a huge amount of pumpkins. They are having such a good time. I love this. I love it. Y'all, I am loving this. I'm thrilled. And look at this. I mean, this squatter just posted it. So, you can get a glimpse of each and every one of them. Like I said, please go over to Megan's Instagram page and look at this Insta story. It is so sweet. I mean, and it's just sweet. It really is. This particular squatty said Megan shared a sweet video caption, Happy Sunday, featuring precious moments with Harry, Archie, and Lilibeth enjoying a fun day out at a pumpkin patch. Joining them were Megan's longtime friend Marcus Anderson and her mother Doria. Yes, you see at the bottom, Marcus is carving his pumpkin, and Doria is carving her pumpkin, and Harry is carving his pumpkin. I'm telling you, Harry, he is just everything. And you can see the playfulness in him. You can see the joy in him while he is carving this pumpkin. I mean, Harry is just enjoying himself and his life. Harry is a happy person, and I must say, it is good to see. It is when you think about what all he has gone through, losing his mother, his brother turning against him so viciously, his father just being such a rival in his father's mind and has used him all of his life. And here he is winning at life. Harry has won at life, and it's just good to see. I know you can't speak for someone who's passed away, but I can only put myself in Diana's place. And looking down, I would be so happy to see my baby boy having such a good time with his family. I would. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatty said, a Sussex family Halloween affair. The Sussex children are doing things with their parents and their grandparents, just like every other child do with their family. Where is the lie? This is the reason why Megan said they left that family. They wanted Archie to have a chance to be a normal little boy and not be ripped apart by that press over there. And here Archie is having a normal childhood along with his little sister. And it is a joy to see. It is. Because if you're an OG squatty, you were back there in the real dark days, the dark days of Piss Moron being on television, just absolutely tearing Megan to shreds every day while she was walking around pregnant. I mean, it was horrible. It was just so horrible. The leaking and the planning of stories. and the desperation in trying to destroy this couple. And now look at them. They are happy. And it warms my heart. It just does. It really does. And like I said, as a squatty, this is all we want. We don't want to be in these streets, putting all the derangers in a headlock. We don't even want to talk about those folks over there and what's going on with them. We want to focus on our faves and what they're doing. But unfortunately, they will not leave them alone. And because of that, we have to absolutely be able to put them in a headlock, drag them up and down these internet streets, just skull drag them, and also be able to enjoy what our faves are doing. I mean, it is a job, but somebody has to do it. I'm just saying. But beautiful, beautiful. It says, it's such a blessing that Prince Harry and Meghan gets to raise Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth on their own terms. Where is the lie? Because that was the goal. That was the goal. And when they left, that is the reason why Squatties was like, yes, 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 get out of that hellscape, because you will not be able to raise your children within it, especially when the ones who runs the place are wanting to destroy you. I'm just saying, but it's beautiful to see. It is. And this is going to be my last one, but y'all, please, please go over to Megan's page, show her some love, and watch this video. It is too cute to pass on. I'm just saying. But this particular squatty said, lovely, beautiful. The Sussexes, Prince Harry, Princess Meghan, Prince Archie, Princess Lilibeth, and Grandma Doria have lovely family time. Happy Sunday. Prince Harry and Meghan. Hashtag Prince Harry. Hashtag Princess Meghan. And then it goes on to a whole lot of other hashtags. But yeah, and look at Harry's pumpkin. Harry is embracing American culture. He is. He is absolutely. When he celebrated the 4th of July, Harry is all in. He is. And I love that about him. I do. I love Harry. Can y'all tell I am a huge fan of Harry? I love Meghan. Don't get me wrong. But I am a huge fan of Harry's. All right. Y'all, I think I lied. I have to show this one of Prince Archie. Haven't he gotten to be so big? And he is going to be so handsome. Let me tell you, that's my prediction. He is going to be a handsome young man. And this particular squatty said, OMG, Halloween looks like it's going to be so much fun at the Sussex home. Archie and Lily look so excited. Happy Sunday. Yes, 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 they do. Archie going through the corn maze. Y'all remember when Megan posted this video of Archie? No, it wasn't a video. She didn't post a video of it. It was in the Harry and Meghan documentary. And Archie was a little one going through the corn maze, and here he is. He's a big boy now. 6 years old. He's a big boy going through the corn maze. Love it. And I have to put this one up. This particular squatty is talking about Lily always being in pink. What do y'all think? She is always in pink. She is a girly girl, and I love that. I do. And this is a repost, and the original post says Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth. And the squatty that reposted said, I love how Lily is sticking to her pink outfits. Little sis been rocking every shade of pink. Yes, she has. She loves pink. And I love it. I do. So I had to add that one in. All right, y'all, we're going to change gears. And we're going to start talking about Willie and Kitty. They are really, really scrambling over there. They're trying to play this whole thing to their advantage and to Charles' disadvantage. When we all know they're all guilty. They all knew about Andrew. But yet and still, here he is. I could not live in a family that will shank you at any time. And they don't care who you are. You can be their daddy or their son. They will shank you. And that is just so treacherous. Can you imagine navigating that as a child? It's crazy. But Richard Palmer posted this and said, in Whitehall and Windsor, there's a growing faith in Prince William as the man who can sort out Prince Andrew's crisis, but there are dangers for Prince and Princess of Wales. Now, I did not read this article. This is an article he wrote in iNews, and you know that's behind a paywall, and I refuse to give them a dime. But come on now. Really? They can't even sort themselves out. They cannot have a successful engagement without stepping over themselves, tripping over themselves, especially Kitty. And time after time after time, they have proven themselves to be so subpar, so mediocre, that they can't carry off anything. Let's not even think about that trip to the Commonwealth. That was a disaster. It was so disastrous, they haven't been back since. So, is Richard Palmer really trying to convince people that these two mediocre, subpar human beings are going to be able to navigate the choppy waters of this Prince Andrew scandal? Is that what he's trying to tell us? Because if it is, I don't think anybody is going to buy that. These people can't navigate an engagement, just a regular engagement. Look at Willie. He is just coming off of a scandal, a unreported scandal, because if that news media over there did their job, it would have been a scandal. Him going and talking to this woman 8 years later and sitting up there pretending to cry. I mean, pretending to shed a tear and just absolutely mimicking everything that Harry did when he was over in Ukraine. I mean, even the hand gestures. That would be a scandal anywhere else except in the UK, where he is fully protected. So these people cannot figure their way out of a wet paper bag. And yet, and still, Richard Palmer is on these internet streets trying to gaslight the taxpayers of the United Kingdom into believing that this mediocre and just foul tempered bully of a human being would be able to navigate a situation like this. That is hilarious. It is. And I'm telling you, they ate him up in the comments. But I'm just going to read one. And this is what a squatty said up under that particular post from Richard Palmer. They said, if William wants to play that game, Prince Harry will change his family's surname to Spencer, as he almost did earlier this year. His daughter will have the most iconic name in the world, Lilibeth Diana Spencer, which could send Willie into a permanent psychosis. Bring it on. So evidently in this article, like I said, it was behind a paywall, so I did not get to read it. But evidently Willie is threatening Harry about taking these titles. Now, I'm not going to go into a full-on rant about that because everybody knows my feelings about that. Take them and shut up about it because we are sick about it. And I said, take them, and so we can show you nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change except how people view you. That's the only thing that's going to change. It's nothing going to change with Harry and Meghan. So yes, this squatty is telling the absolute truth. It is the most iconic name. If he does that, Lily will have the most iconic name. And I just love that for him. I do. And I hope he does have to go on this 72-hour hold. Because if he hates on his little niece like that, he deserves to be locked up. I'm just saying. And I'm gonna put this up in another Planet story from Willie and Kitty. Yes, they are scrambling. They are scrambling. This is from the Mirror. It says William and Kate set deadline for Andrew to leave Royal Lodge. They set a deadline like they are the sovereigns. I mean, it is crazy to me. Now, y'all, I'm going to ask you a question. I cannot remember. I know it's a lot of people in our tribe that knows a lot more about this family than I do. But when Charles was the Prince of Wales, I don't remember him saying stuff like this while the Queen was sitting on the throne. It was always the Queen who took the lead. To me, Willie and Kitty keeps biting off of Charles, backbiting him. I mean, it is unheard of. It is unheard of that the Prince of Wales plants stories like this. It is crazy. Charles didn't do this. I mean, am I wrong? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I don't remember Charles behaving in such a manner when it came to the Queen. Now, he did all of his stuff behind, behind the scenes. Now, he was low down, he was snakish, he absolutely did things against the Queen, but he did it in the cover of darkness. But William is just out here for everyone to see on full display, backbiting Charles. Like I said, I don't remember Charles doing this. And it's not a good look for Willie. I don't know why he thinks it's a good look, but it is not a good look for him. And Narendra came up under that particular post and said, "Oh, please, only because the story has become big again. They welcomed him back." Where's the lie? They did. They welcomed him back. They act like all of a sudden, they brand new. They brand new. They don't, they never wanted this. We have saw it. You cannot hide something that people witness. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yes, they are out here feverishly planning story after story after story that they are saving the day. They are saving the day. It's ridiculous. And here's another story. What is this? The third story that I've featured in this podcast? Yes, of them, trying to frame themselves as the saviors of the monarchy. This story says Prince William and Kate Middleton can't abide living near Prince Andrew and wants to banish him. Yes, this is the third story. But we can't forget about the story where they said William and Kate would prefer Andrew as neighbors over Harry and Meghan, claimed royal commentator. Yes, they wanted him over Harry and Meghan, but now they just can't abide having him in Royal Lodge somewhere near him. But let's not get it twisted. That new house that they got, it is like 100-acre perimeter. How is he going to be anywhere near them? You ain't going to see him jogging down the street. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is nothing but performative nonsense. And this particular squatter that posted it, the original post said, Kate and Willie Macbeth loved and protected Andrew before they hated him. Now they've hijacked the Jenny Dufresne story for more of their self-promoting me PR stunts. They are the worst kind of charlatans. Where is the lie? And we know these two will hijack a cancer victim, a child, and put her face in front of that little girl's face. Hijacked it. They will do anything. It is no low that they won't go to hijack any story, any situations in order for them to look good. PR is everything to them. It's how it looks. Isn't that what Megan said? It's not how it feels to them, it's how it looks. And these two are the poster child for that. And the squatty that reposted this said, if opportunistic and performative were a couple, where is the lie? I'm telling you, they are performative and they are opportunists. They are. They have proven that time and time and time again. It is nobody that they won't use. I saw William with little puppies. He would use puppies. And I'm telling you, I'm so cynical. He was posing with puppies and he said his dog had had puppies. I was so cynical at this point. They have lied so much. I said that they rented those puppies. I don't believe they dog had them puppies. Because I think it was a Father's Day picture or something where the puppies were jumping all over him or something. I'm like, yeah, right. Your dog didn't have them puppies. Because this is who they are. You cannot trust anything they do. You cannot believe your eyes when it comes to these people because it's all smoke and mirrors for Willie and Kitty. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up, and this particular squatty reposted that same squatty's post and said, these two charlatans, William and Kate, are incapable of being embarrassed. They use their media hacks to gaslight the public, taking us for fools. Like leeches, they attach themselves to anything or anyone if it puts them in a good light. They are utterly useless, in my opinion. Where is the lie? Where is it? I'm looking for it. I'm looking in the closet. I'm looking under my computer. I am looking for it because no lie has been told here. These people will attach themselves to anything and anybody that they feel that they can get good PR from. I mean, it's so obvious. These people had a plane to be flown in empty and had the news media to take pictures of them while they carried their luggage to this supposedly commercial plane, and it was empty. Didn't say it was empty and pretended as if they were taking a commercial flight. And this was all done because Harry and Meghan had been criticized for taking a private plane to France. So I think it was Simon Case who came up with this nonsense for them to get this plane to pretend like they were getting on a commercial flight. I think the name of the company was Flybe, and it has gone out of business since this. And all I can say is good riddance, because if you would go along with some nonsense like this, you don't deserve to be in business, because this is not good business. But I digress. They did that. They did that to try to get positive PR and to put Harry and Meghan, paint them in a negative light. This is who these people are. They are charlatans. They are. And I'm gonna put this up. This particular squatty posted a article that says William and Kate would prefer Andrew as a neighbor over Harry and Meghan. And this particular squatty said William and Kate are two Judas, two moral sellouts, two parasites. The way these two try to take advantage from everything happening in the royal family is disgusting. Backstabbing family members when it fits. Where's the lie? Where is it? I'm telling you, squatties have been dropping the truth bombs today. They have. They have been going for the neck, because this is absolutely true. This is who these people are. They have no loyalty. They have no sense of family. They don't. They proved that with Harry and Meghan. And so this squatty is absolutely right in her description of these two. They are willing to do anything to paint themselves in a positive light. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up. This squatty says KP furiously spinning that Prince William and Kate Middleton never supported Andrew is a lie. It is. I mean, it's as if they think that we have memory problems. We have saw it. We have witnessed it. You absolutely have supported this man. You absolutely brought him back into the fold and drove him to church. Stop it. It says the whales are desperate to distance themselves from Andrew before the worst of the fallout hits. They're willingly participants in shows of solidarity with Andrew on most more than just these two occasions. Yes, here they are driving him to church on two different occasions, but yet and still they want us to believe that they just can't abide staying over 100 miles from him. I mean, 100 acres. I think it's 100 acres from him. Stop it. And this squatty, which this is a repost, and the original post says Prince Andrew is a product of that monarchy. All right, now don't make me shout. For the first time, the public gets to see a tiny fraction of what they get away with. All they care about is the survival of the monarchy at all cost. You best believe all costs. And that right there is the reason why I'm always sus of how Diana died. Because it's just funny how all things just work out in that family's favor and how it just worked out for Charles and Camilla just perfectly when Diana got up out of here. They need to stop, but I believe that. And I believe Harry was trying to tell us that in the Me You Can't See. I really do. Harry has planted them breadcrumbs all over. So if something goes left, you can absolutely follow the breadcrumbs back to that family. Harry, if he had kept silent and nobody knew anything that was going on and something happened to him or Meghan, it would have just been something happened to him and Meghan. But now Harry has let it all out. He has planted the breadcrumbs for us to follow. And I think Harry knew exactly what he's doing. And, you know, they always try to say Harry's dumb. No, Harry is not dumb. Harry is very, very smart because you look back at all the moves that Harry has made. He is a chess master. But I digress. It says I said that because of the wealth that comes with it, unearned wealth. That's what it's about. The wealth, the position. It is all about maintaining the grift. And this particular squatty that reposted this said, Andrew isn't the exception. He's the rule. He is the rule. The monarchy isn't a symbol of service. It's a fortress built to protect privilege, corruption, and inherited impunity. Woo! Tell me squatties are not bringing it tonight. Yes, they are bringing it. They are not playing. They are putting it all out there. These internet streets are somewhere to be because squatties are absolutely laying it down. Nothing but truth. They are laying it down. It says every scandal just proved the same point. The system exists to feed itself, not to serve the people. All right now. All right now. I'm telling you, squatties are not playing. They're out here telling the truth. This is who this family is. They want to try to pretend like Prince Andrew is some rarity, like he is just something that just happened, never happened in this family before. He is just this oddity. And in actuality, this is who this family is. Like this particular squatter was saying. I mean, this is who they are. And now the people get to see behind the curtain. Well, the squatties have always saw behind the curtain. Even when the curtain was closed, we knew who these people were. But it is so good that everybody gets to see. Everybody gets a peek. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up, and it looks like King Charles has started to play the Fisher Price game Scapegoat. Yes, you know Scapegoat. You know, the one that is always saying it's always someone else's fault. Yes, he has started to play that game. And you want to know who he is blaming? Well, that would be the dead queen. Yes, Charles is blaming his dead mother. It's no low that they won't go. And it is not a surprise because when things start to heat up, they all go to the Fisher Price game Scapegoat. It's always someone else's fault. And this is why I am so glad that Harry and Meghan do not reside over there anymore. Because we know Harry and Meghan would have been the scapegoats. They would. They would have been the ones that resides under the bus. Because they wouldn't have to get from under the bus because they would be thrown under the bus so often they might as well just sit up housekeeping under there. If they lived over there, if they lived across the pond, that's exactly the way it would have went. So now, since they don't have Harry and Meghan, Charles is throwing his dead mother under the bus. Now, this is an article that Kaiser wrote in Celebrity, but she wrote an article about an article, and the original article is in the Daily Fail, I think. But this is the title of the article. King Charles courtiers believe Queen Elizabeth II has a lot to answer for the Andrew problem. How is a dead queen going to answer anything? Now, y'all know that they used to take Lizzie out of her box and beat Harry and Meghan with her. But looks like they have taken her out of her box so they can blame her to absolutely throw her under the bus. Now, y'all, I am not laughing about them throwing the dead queen under the bus because I think it is just atrocious that they would do something like this and cowardly of Charles. But we know he's a coward. We know he's a coward, but it is very cowardly for him to do this. But I'm laughing because he has done this. The level of his cowardness is just breathtaking. So I just have to chuckle. I do. This particular squatty posted about it and said, but Charles and Willie had 3 whole years to correct the wrong. Why didn't they? Really? Andrew started showing up more after the queen died than he did when she was alive. He really started going to a whole lot of different family functions and whatnot. But when she was alive, he didn't go to that many. He didn't. But yet and still, they want to blame the dead queen. And it says, didn't they? Instead, Charles paid for Andrew's security. He was even in the process of having it reversed back to the taxpayer to fund it again. I said that, which is scandalous, And the way he has done Harry, and he was going to do this. This is who Charles is. And it says, so he wouldn't pay the $3 million out of his pocket. What is let's see, which is still taxpayer pocket. Yes, either way he paid it, it still was the taxpayer's money because every dime he gets is from the taxpayer. The taxpayer is paying for everything when it comes to that mediocre family over there. But it is official, y'all. The queen is out of her box and under the bus. I cannot with these people. And Not My King reposted the article and said, blame the dead to protect the living and the gravy train. Where is the lie? Where is it? Because that's all it's about. Protecting the gravy train, be protecting the grift at all costs. I'm telling you, they should just make it their motto. It should be on their coats of arms. It absolutely should be. Protect the grift at all cost. I'm just saying. And looks like Charles is reinforcing this whole scenario of it being the dead queen's fault by sending out his flying monkeys to attack his dead mother. I cannot with these people. I'm telling you. And one of the flying monkeys he's sending out to attack his dead mother is Roy Nika. And this woman has no morals, no values. She will do anything that family asks her to do. She is more than happy to do their bidding. I don't think she even has a heart. I think she has a rock where her heart is supposed to be. But I digress. This is what she posted on X. She said, Queen Elizabeth left an unexploded bomb for the king with Prince Andrew, and Charles is paying the price as scandal engulfed the monarchy. The king is watching the public mood and may go farther to assuage public outrage. But it's this part right here that really, really makes my jaws tight. And that's a saying we say down here in the South. It means that we are pissed off. Listen to what she said. My big raw read at the time. Now she knows that is a ripoff. They listen to our podcast and then they copy. They copy. Because I know that this English woman do not know anything about a read. Read comes from Black American lingo. We will read you. It is a blatant ripoff and it says everything to her character that she listens and then she rips off other people's names and what they're saying. I mean, no respect here, none. And I will do nothing but dish out more disrespect because of this blatant theft. It is my belief that all of this is nothing but a theft. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Because it's hard for me to believe that she came up with Raw Read just out of the blue. Because like I said, the word read in the context in which it's used by me and by Black Americans is a Black American lingo word. She don't know anything about that. She just trying to steal, my opinion. And the squatty that reposted this thieving heifer, in my opinion, said this. Let's just say Tom Sykes is pissed that Charles is laying the blame at the feet of a dead woman. He again repeats something we know. It was Charles who ousted Christopher Gett. And from that moment on, Charles was monarch in all but name. Charles was behind the big decision to remove Andrew from public life following his Newsnight interview, stripped him of honors, titles, military associations, and patronages. So the irony that Charles is blaming the Queen when he was the one who was behind the decision in the first place. Where is the lie? Yes, they got together, him and Andrew got together and ousted the queen's private secretary, the one who would protect her, who had been with her for so long. And once they got rid of him, Charles took charge. He did. And here, this 90 some odd year old woman was left helpless. She was not making any decisions. They were ignoring any decisions that she said. And Charles was in charge. And now he is such a coward, he doesn't want to take responsibilities for his own action. It is the Fisher Price game scapegoat. Yes, it's someone else's fault. And this time it's the dead lady in the box. I cannot with these people. I cannot with these people. All right, y'all, I'm going to put up something cute. Look at this. Now, squatties have been talking and talking and talking. My timeline has been filled up with how they treated Meghan at the Queen's funeral. Squatties are letting them know that they will never forget. We will never forget. Now, I don't know what got squatties wound up about this. I think it is because of how in comparison, how they tried to protect Andrew and how they did nothing but abuse Harry and Meghan. And it was so blatant and on full display. I mean, nobody could absolutely ignore what these people chose to do while their queen, who reigned 70 years, sit on the throne for 70 years, was lying over there in a box. They chose to abuse and target Harry and Meghan instead of giving her flowers. And so squatties are just not having it. And you know, when squatties make something into a cartoon, they will never, ever, ever let it die. Look at this. They made that whole scene with all these witches of Windsors. They made it into a cartoon. And I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. It says, I was with them and yet I was alone. And Meghan, she stood her ground. She did. I was so proud of Meghan. I was so proud of Harry. They stood there. They did what they needed to do out of respect for his grandmother and her grandmother in law. But do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. The squatties are letting them know and putting them on notice that this will never be forgotten because they have made a cartoon. They have made a cartoon out of it. So you just know that it will never, ever be forgotten or ever be forgiven. This squatty is and came down under it and said, what I found both funny and sad is that instead of mourning their beloved queen, all of their efforts were focused on their hatred for Meghan. Where's the lie? Where is it? But I tell you what, they are going to never ever live it down because the squatties have made a cartoon out of it. I'm just saying. Isn't it cute though? It is cute. And little Charlotte. Yeah, they thought they had the world by the tail then. But oh, how the worm has turned. And I'm going to put this up. Like I was saying, for some reason, squatties are reminiscing. They are absolutely reliving all of what went on at the Queen's funeral, and they are still pissed about it. They are still smoking hot about it, and they have been posting and posting and posting about it. But this one right here, oh, I love it. Look, well, I love the picture. I love the picture because she did stand alone. And this particular squatty said, if standing up for yourself burns a bridge, it was a bridge to nowhere good. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? I'll burn a bridge in a minute. I'll torch it if it's a bridge to nowhere. And that family was a bridge to nowhere. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this one up. And Not My King posted this, but it is a video. I don't think Not My King made it because I saw other squatties posting it. I don't know exactly who made it, but it is funny. It is funny. It's a little video, and it shows that when the horse gets out of the car at the Vatican, she hops on a broomstick. It is too funny. Leave it up to the squatties. But I found Not My King posted it, and it says, "Miracle at the Vatican." Yes, she did. She got out of the car and she hopped on her broom. She did, and flew away. You can't do anything with squatties. You cannot do anything with them. They come up with some stuff. Yes, it's so funny. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. That's all I can say. And I'm going to put this up. This was posted on As Ever's Instagram page. And it says, As Ever, save the date. And it says, a fancy sneak peek. And it is like a little video. It is. And it says, get ready to start your Christmas shopping. Megan said, 'tis the season. Yeah, so, it's getting excited. 2 days. We have 2 days before the drop. I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. I'm doing my exercises, sharpening my elbows up. Yes, maybe I will get a jar of jam. Raspberry, I'm hoping. Ooh, I cannot wait. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little later. Bye.